So welcome to week 2. You made it. I hope you did good with your reading and are enjoying Bales and Pseudolters, The Slave Next Door. This week you're going to be looking at chapters 7 through 10, a little more of the interesting stories, the next steps on understanding the history through Bales and Pseudolters' eyes. You'll also be reading Nobody's, the entire book. It's not all that long, and really this is going to help you to prepare to look at possibly writing a book review or what you might be able to do to educate others and to maybe even perhaps write an article that you could submit for publication in a journal and or your local newspaper or something like that that you could actively participate in. But we're going to look really at a public health approach and kind of give some narratives there that help to describe the interdisciplinary approach to human trafficking. You'll be reading Elise Hilton's book, A Vulnerable World, The High Price of Human Trafficking. Elise was working for Acton University at the time that she wrote this book, and Elise has her own story of her daughter having been trafficked in the greater Grand Rapids, Michigan area, and it really compelled her. It was her glorious ruination story, and I hope that you'll find value in what she discovered as this wrecked her life, and she wrote this book for Acton University. We'll use other materials from Acton along the way, so this is just a great introduction to her work and what they've been doing there. You'll also be doing some self-assessment. When you do the slaveryfootprint.org self-assessment, you go there and answer a series of questions, and it'll tell you kind of an analysis of how many slaves work for you, and that'll look at your goods and your consuming of what you purchase, your clothing, and those kinds of things. And so I hope that helps you to understand that we all contribute to human trafficking. The area that it doesn't look at is the area of sex trafficking. They don't touch that area, and so we'll dive more into the area and the challenges of assessing our own footprint in human trafficking in the sex industry when it comes to the issues and roots and fruits of pornography and sexual exploitation in our culture as well. And I'd like for you to research the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, and in that discuss the elements of trafficking, be able to explain what those are and how they're defined. What scriptures would you use to substantiate banning these specific activities? And or you can do some research on online articles for various human trafficking in its forms, and then look for survivor stories of those who have been rescued and describe how you might see these people as potentially alienated from God based on their victimization. I'd also like to encourage you to look at a couple other websites and some books there that I have when you want to look at the sex trafficking piece of it. I recommend Kara Siddharth's book. It's the sex trafficking inside the business of modern day slavery, and there's a video that he does some teaching from, and then there's a place where it's kind of a mother lode of information I've discovered. It's called A Heart for Justice. When you go there, I want you to really be encouraged, because this is a husband and wife who've been ruined about this issue of trafficking. He's a web designer and does websites, and he designed their website, A Heart for Justice. But they also have 4 little girls, and they're teaching their daughters how to respond to justice issues, and they are doing knitting projects and selling those to raise funds for human trafficking victims. It's just an amazing story to watch God ruin even whole families to this issue. So week 2, I hope you enjoy your reading. Let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to reach out to me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session.